Hello everybody, my name is Leo, and with this video, as you requested, we will share a direct comparison between the Headrush MX5 versus the odd-tone Ampero Stomp II. First of all, we will hear the units in action with the demo song, then we will compare the features and technical characteristics of the two units with a very detailed comparison chart, then we will hear more sound also comparing the two units versus real tube amps like a Marshall Plexi and a Fender Deluxe Reverb. Then we will also compare the effects of the two units as regards chorus, delay and reverb. And finally, as usually, I will give you my 2 cents. So, I hope you enjoy, and please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, as it would really help me to make more videos like this. Let's start with the demo song. We will now check the differences between the two units among the following parameters: number of amps, cabs and microphones built in, third-party IRs, number of effects and effect chain management in general, MIDI options, input and output, foot switches and expression pedal availability, screen size and type, special features, looper, ADA conversion, power, dimension, weight and price. First of all, in the MX5 we have 46 amps, 15 cabs and 10 mics, where you can set only if the mic is on axis or not, but not the position or distance. On the other hand, in the Ampero Stomp we have 87 amps, 68 cabs and 10 mics, with 4 of them that are combinations of mics like an SM57 plus a Royer 1-to-1. You can change 5 different positions of the mics, and we have a power-only simulation that, as far as I know, is missing in the MX5, and that could be useful if you want to use the unit with your favorite valve preamp. I would give the thumbs up to the Ampero, not only as it offers more amps and cabs, but especially because it lets you have more controls on the mic positions, and you also have the double mic option, which are pretty important factors for shaping our tone. where the MX5 lets you control only if the mic is on axis or not. As regards third-party IRs, we have more than 300 user slots in the MX5 and 50 in the Ampero Stomp. Then both the unit can load IRs up to 2048 sample points. So I would give the thumbs up to the MX5 as it offers more user slots. Let's now talk about effects and effect chain management more in general. The MX5 offers more than 63 effects arranged in 11 blocks that you can put in whatever order you want, with the possibility to have parallel effects that you can put in whatever order you want, with the possibility to have parallel effects and with 3 types of signal chains allowed. As shown in the picture, the signal chains can be serial, parallel with 3 effect blocks before the parallel split and 2 after, or parallel with 2 chains of 4 parallel effects and 3 serial effects after the parallel split. In the Ampero we have more than 180 effects arranged in up to 12 effect blocks, with the possibility to have 2 parallel paths of effects. So here it is pretty difficult to decide which is better. I would say that the Ampero offers more blocks in total, 12 against 11, and you are not stuck in the 3 possible types of chains of the MX5. But the MX5 seems to have more powerful DSP, as for instance, if in the Ampero you use 2 amps, basically you are already reaching the DSP power limit, where the MX5 offers more room for adding other effects. Now, this could be due to the fact that the Ampero has just been released and the algorithms have not been optimized yet, or the Ampero has higher quality effects that draw more DSP power, or to simply the fact that the MX5 has just a more powerful DSP. I cannot tell so far. Therefore, I would give the thumbs up to both of them, because in any case, in this price range they are the units which offer more possibilities compared to their rivals. The MX5 offers MIDI in and out via mini jacks, with the converters to regular MIDI ports included in the box, where in the Ampero Stomp you have both MIDI in and out via a standard MIDI connection, so I would say that they are on pair. As regards inputs and outputs, the MX5 has a guitar input, a stereo effect loop via TRS jacks, balanced TRS output, an headphone out and an aux in. The Ampero has 2 inputs, a stereo effect loop still via TRS jacks, balance outputs via TRS cables, an headphone out and an aux in. So basically they offer the same connections, but the Stomp II has a double input instead of a single one, which can be used for instance to attach an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar at the same time, or to use the Stomp with a stereo source like a keyboard. So the Stomp II has this little advantage over the MX5. As regards foot switches, the MX5 has 3 foot switches like the Ampero, but it also has a built-in expression pedal that is missing in the Ampero. The screens are on pair as they are both 4 inches and touch sensitive. Furthermore, the MX5 is missing the computer app, while the Ampero has a computer app for creating and tweaking presets and managing more generally the unit. Furthermore, the Stomp has also a pretty consistent collection of Selections IRs, where on the other hand, the MX5 offers you the possibility to switch presets seamlessly without gap, thanks to the scenes management. So here it depends on your use cases, but for me the computer app is a must-have. The MX5 offers longer loopers. As regards ADA conversion, the MX5 offers a 4x4 USB channels audio interface with up to 96 kHz at 24-bit converters, where the Ampero Stomp has 8 USB channels, a Type-C connection, and can reach only 44.1 kHz. The dynamic range of the Ampero is 127 dB, which is among the best value for this type of units, and the dynamic range of the MX5 is not known. If you know, please drop a message. So here I would say that they are on par, as the Stomp offers a higher number of USB channels, a USB Type-C connection and a pretty high dynamic range, where the MX5 can overcome the 44.1 kHz limit of the Ampero Stomp. As regards power needs, I would give the thumbs up to the Ampero as it drains less ampere. As regards dimensions and weight, the Stomp is smaller and lighter. And finally, as regards the price, the MX5 is cheaper, even if it has been launched since many months, and for instance the price in euro has decreased from 499 to 469, where the Ampero Stomp has been just launched, and therefore we need time to see if the price is gonna decrease. So finally, let's count the red and green thumbs. Suspense. We have 8 green thumbs with 4 reds for the MX5 and 9 greens and 4 reds for the Ampero. So the Stomp is just a tiny bit better. Obviously, this is just a technical comparison without considering that each feature could have a different importance for you. And so for instance, you could prefer the MX5 for the longer loops or the scene management availability, or you may prefer the Stomp for the computer app availability or the double input. But if you just algebraically sum the reds and green, the Stomp is just a tiny bit better. Let's now hear some more sounds. We will now compare the modelers versus two real valve amps, a jumpered Plexi that is connected to a greenback speaker and with everything to none but the volume that is at 8 for both the channels, and a Fender Deluxe Reverb connected to a Jensen speaker with everything to none. In the modeler I have loaded their simulations of the real amps with the IR I have made of the speakers I'm using in both the real amps. We will be testing the frequency response, the dynamic range management and the note envelope of the real deal versus the modelers, playing few licks with the guitar. I have already recorded the DI tracks of the licks in my digital audio workstation, so we are sure that we are gonna send the same exact lick to the modelers and the real amp, without introducing little human errors derived from the fact that it is impossible to play the same lick many times without little variations. These are the 5 licks I will be using. I will use the first to match the frequency response. I mean, we will hear the amps and the modelers with the same settings, and then I will tweak the modelers to sound as close as possible to the real deal. Then with the second lick we will hear the bass frequency. Then with the third lick we will test the dynamic response of the modelers. I mean, the way the modelers cleans up and breaks up according to the volume of your guitar, or how soft or hard you push the strings. And with the fourth and fifth lick we will check out the note envelope management. Then we will test also 3 effects for each modeler: a chorus, actually a CE1 chorus, a ping pong delay, and finally a plate reverb. I've tried to match the types of effects and settings for each modeler, even if it is almost impossible, as each modeler has its own parameters even for the same effect. Therefore, it is, as I was saying, impossible to make a scientific comparison. But at least I hope you will be able to hear, how to say, the character of each modeler, so that you can decide yourself which one you prefer. I will let you now hear the test, and I will not say anything, so that you can make up your own idea without being influenced by mine. And we will discuss the results later on in my 2 cents section of this video. Let's start. Final considerations here, and please notice that these are gonna be my personal opinions for my specific use cases, and of course you may not agree with me, and this is totally fine. Let me share the stronger selling points in my opinion of each unit. Home recording. Here the MX5 offers 4 USB channels instead of the 8 of the Ampero Stomp, and the possibility to record at 48 kHz versus 44.1. On the other hand, the Ampero has 8 USB channels instead of 4, and a computer app that is missing in the MX5 that lets you control the modeler directly from the screen of your computer without having to reach out to the physical unit. If you need the computer app or 8 USB channels, let's go with Ampero. If you record at 48 kHz, let's go with the MX5. Live use. Well, here, if you typically use a volume or an expression pedal, the MX5 is in pole position, I would say, even if the Ampero offers a MIDI in and an expression pedal input in order to control the modeler with external MIDI controllers. But obviously, this is one more thing to buy and carry around with you. Another pro of the MX5 is the possibility to have synths that basically allows you to switch preset seamlessly, without gaps. That could be an handy solution when playing live. Easiness of use. Both the units offer a touchscreen, and the Ampero Stomp has a computer app that is missing in the MX5. In my use case, I use a lot the computer app, as I typically build the presets at home and I just tweak them a little bit live. And for recording, I want everything on the screen of the computer, without reaching out to the modeler. Therefore, I prefer the Ampero Stomp, but it depends from your use case. Amp sound. Well, if you hear at the demo song, I think that it is pretty difficult to tell which is which. In the more sound section, we have heard a detailed comparison of the two modelers versus two real valve amps, and I found that the Headrush was better for mimicking the clean Fender Deluxe Reverb, where the Ampero Stomp was better for the Plexi. For sure, the Ampero, in my opinion, provides us with more tweaking options, like the double mics IRs, the possibility to set the mics with 5 different positions, etc., which is a plus, especially for those of you who like to experiment and tweak your amp modeler. Effects. As regards effects sound, it really depends on your taste. There is not a clear winner, in my opinion, and you can make up your own idea checking out the more sound section of this video. So far, the MX5 is better in terms of complexity of the signal chain you can build, as the DSP seems to be more powerful, even if we have to wait and see, as the Stomp is in its infancy, and I think that the algorithms are gonna be optimized in the coming firmware upgrades. So overall, in my opinion, these are two pretty good options, and it is really up to you to decide which one to choose according to your use case. For instance, if you prefer a more compact unit with more tweaking options and a computer app, let's go with the Ampero. If you want a built-in expression pedal, the scene management, and you cannot go with 44 kHz for recording, but you use, for instance, 48 kHz, let's go with the MX5. This is obviously my point of view, and I would really like to know your opinions and which one of the two units you would choose in your use case, and also if the sound differences that you can check out in the demo song or in the more sound section of this video are a key deciding factor for you. So please let me know in the comments below your very valuable opinions. We have now reached the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did it, please subscribe to my channel, ring the bell and leave a thumbs up. It would be of a great help. If you're interested in my IRs, you can check out the link in the card above or description below, where there is also a link to a playlist of songs of mine. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!